Hello and welcome. This is BQ Prime. I'm Agam Vakil, and you're watching the FNO Show, a show in which we take you through all that is happening in the futures and options space in Indian equity markets. At the moment, we are seeing flattish moves, and we did open with some amount of weakness, not too much. And we've seen the indices perhaps recover to a certain extent from these lows. It's not going to be so much about today as much as it's going to be about next week, and it is going to be a truncated week, of course. So, keeping an eye on that one. So there'll be a little bit of shift or expiries. Do remember about that. As far as our markets are concerned, at the moment we are watching for the Nifty, which is trending with some amount of weakness, and we are seeing it hover just below the 19,400 mark. As far as the Bank Nifty is concerned, once again, not too much to speak for. Round about a 0.3 of a percentage point loss in this case. In fact, the underlying index has hardly moved. It's in fact down around less than 1/10 percentage point, and it is in fact at around the mark of 43,600. Uh, in terms of the most active options too, as one might expect, a lot of activity is also around these levels. Of course, on the higher end, as far as the Nifty is concerned, we're keeping an eye on 19,500. We've moved back once again, just a bit away from there. And as far as the Bank Nifty goes, again, watching out for 44,000, where above which we are likely to see a lot of bills take over and perhaps activate and add positions. But until then, it seems like it's a sideways movement, and it also does seem like it's going to be a quiet end to this week. But let's find out from an expert as to how they are deciphering these markets. We have Vinay Rajani from HDFC Securities who's joining us on the show. Vinay, good morning. Thank you so much for joining in. Firstly, a happy Diwali and a prosperous New Year to you. What do you make of markets going into this Diwali weekend?
Yeah, good morning and thanks for having me on the show and happy Diwali to all of you. So basically, looking at the trend, we are into consolidation. Nifty is oscillating in the range of 19,300 to 19,500. So basically, we are not finding any momentum. We have seen a rise of almost 650 points from the bottom on 26th October. We saw a Nifty making low at 18,837, and from that level, we have seen that more than 600 points recovery has come. But if you have to look at the overall setup, it is still making lower tops, lower bottoms on the major time frame. So there is a kind of uncertainty is there after rise of 600 points, more than 600 points. Nifty is finding resistance as its 50 days exponential moving average, which happens to be around 19,450 odd level. There are cluster of resistances which are giving evidence that Nifty should find resistance in the zone of 19,450 to 19,500. And as of now, also in derivative data, we are seeing that 19,500, there is a maximum call lighting happening and open interest is there at that particular strike. So I think 19,500 would remain as a strong resistance. And right now, we are into completely range of 19,300 to 500. If we were to see today's low, 19,329 is the low. On 7th October, also the same low was posted in the Nifty index. And I think 19,329 is a double bottom, we can say. So overall, I'm expecting stock specific and sector specific continuation of a bullish trend. However, I'm expecting benchmark indices to remain into consolidation after a pullback rally. So overall, I'm not expecting big movement to come in a couple of sessions. So we can expect it to oscillate between the 19,300 to 19,500 as far as Nifty is concerned.
Right, Vinay. So you did mention a good amount of resistance coming about 19,500, and on the lower end, we are looking at a double bottom somewhere around the 19,300 mark. But what is your assessment when it comes to the Bank Nifty?
Yeah, so Bank Nifty yesterday, if you were to see the derivative data, Bank Nifty did not see any short buildup while Nifty's witnessed a short buildup. So Bank Nifty yesterday in yesterday's session, Bank Nifty outperformed. But if you were to look at the overall setup, the same kind of setup we can see on the charts. Bank Nifty has been making lower tops and lower bottom on major time frames. Bank Nifty has witnessed registered a rise of more than 1,500 points from the bottom, which we saw on 26th October. So this is a pullback rally, and now Bank Nifty has reached around its 50 days exponential average. 50 days exponential moving average is placed precisely at 43,958, and there is a trend line resistance if we adjoins the previous swing low. That trend line resistance comes around 44,000. So there is a, we can say there is a strong resistance in the zone of 43,900 to 44,000, and unless we see Bank Nifty crossing that level decisively, we can expect some profit booking coming in or some consolidation happening in the coming days. So overall, after a pullback, Bank Nifty is also looking at the looking like it is near to the resistance, and we need to remain cautious. Overall, as I would say that some stocks will perform, some will not perform, as we are into a result season also. So overall, Bank Nifty same view, but resistance is placed at 43,900 to 44,000. And as far as support is concerned, I think 43,300 would act as a strong support for the Bank Nifty.
Right. Well, speaking of the financials, a quick reminder to our viewers that because Tuesday is a market holiday, you will have about 3 expiries coming through on Monday. That will include Fin Nifty, Mid Cap Nifty, as well as the BankX. So keep an eye on some of these, indices in case you are looking at expiry trading. But on that note, let's just focus to some of the stocks. In the broader markets, we're not looking at too much movement as far as gainers go. We have some gains in ABFRL as well as HAL, that's Hindustan Aeronautics. Both of them are advancing by a little over 1%, but there is a lot more momentum towards the losing end. So Muthoot Finance is down around 6.7%. United Spirits is declining by around well over 6% once again. We have Piramal Enterprises, Lupin, all of them declining anywhere between 2.5% to 4.5%. And these stocks are genuinely under pressure, considering we are looking at just ever so slight increase in OI towards potential shorts at the moment. But with that, Vinay, what are your bets that you're playing when it comes to the stocks universe? What's the way forward here?
Yeah, so we have to be very selective because very few stocks are performing in the market, and breakouts are not getting follow-ups, and momentum is completely missing. So the way of finding breakouts and trading them has become very difficult nowadays because follow-ups are not coming on the either side. So I have chosen the sectors which have been outperforming. The one of the sector which is doing very well is the pharma sector, and out of that I can see some breakout on the Mankind Pharma. So day before yesterday, we saw a clear-cut breakout on the charts, and yesterday profit booking came in. Again today, it has resumed its uptrend. So overall, I believe that pharma sector will outperform, and out of that, Mankind Pharma, which also posted a healthy quarter this time. So overall setup is good, and fundamentally also it's a very good potential company. So Mankind Pharma can be bought around 1844. Stop loss can be kept at 1815 for the trading, and on the upside, I'm expecting a target of 1890. So this is the first recommendation from my side, and the second recommendation would be in the banking space, PSU banking space. So SBI is one of the stock which has not done given any momentum in last many months. But now after result announcements, I see some strength coming in. So overall, PSU banks are looking strong on the positional charts, and looking at that, I would like to go in SBI. So SBI can be bought at 578. Purely for the trading, I would suggest a stop loss of 570. On the upside, we can expect a target of 592. The third pick I would like to recommend is the cash stock, which is the mid cap stocks in the defense and shipping stock, which is Cochin Shipyard. So entire this space, Cochin Shipyard, GRSE, and Mazgaon Dock, all three these stocks have done very well and given exceptional returns to the investors. But still, they are showing some momentum on the upside. So Cochin Shipyard can be bought here at 1064. Stop loss can be kept at 1035, and on the upside for the trading target can be kept at 1110. So overall, I am bullish on these particular three stocks.
Okay, of course, of these three stocks, one that is SBI is, of course, from the futures and options space. So we continue to track that one from an FNO standpoint. For now, of course, while the Nifty continues to be marginally in the red, the Nifty Bank has also now dipped in the red territory. But it's been a quiet morning so far, and we're likely not going to see too much happening, considering I reckon that a lot of traders would be hesitant to take over and carry over positions over the weekend, given the next week is going to be truncated. And on that note, Vinay, I'm going to thank you for taking us through your views on the markets, as well as taking us through many stock ideas that you've given to us. Once again, wish you a happy Diwali, and we sign out for now. But don't go anywhere. Lots more lined up. Stay tuned to BQ Prime, and we will keep bringing you more.
Wishing all the viewers of BQ Prime a very happy Diwali and a wonderful festive season. Have a great year. Thank you.